Hi guys, welcome back to another Cooking from the Allotment episode. Today it's not very sunny here on the Isle of Wight, so I've got myself a ginger wine. Beautiful. Oh, that's going to warm me up while we do some chili jam today. So again, there are as many ways of making chili jam as there are people in the world, and this is just the way that I like to do my chili jam. So I think the first thing we need to do is go through some ingredients with you. So the first ingredient we have is 400 grams of tomato, and these are from my allotment, and what beauties they are too. So these are my cherry tomatoes from the allotment, 400 grams of those. And then we're going to use 700 grams of sugar. So we have 700 grams of sugar there. We're also going to be using 200 millilitres of, this is cider vinegar. So we're going to use 200 millilitres of cider vinegar. We're also going to be using some chilies from the allotment. Now these are Cayenne purple. So we've got some Cayenne purple there. And we've also got some jalapenos that I've been growing from my site. And we've got 9 chilies altogether. Then we're going to be using some sweet peppers. I have cheated slightly, you will probably tell. I haven't managed to grow any of these this year. So I've got 2 nice sweet peppers there. But these are from my site. So we're going to use a collection of peppers, red, nearly red, and green peppers. And these are from the allotment. And we're also going to be using, now, we're going to be using some cloves of garlic there. We need 6 cloves. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7 just for luck. But I was peeling some garlic today, and I don't know if you've ever seen a garlic like that. Looks like an onion. They don't seem to have divided and got any shells on there. And when I peeled that, that's just one huge clove of garlic. So yeah. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever seen that happen before to a garlic. It just looks like an onion, but I can assure you it is garlic. It absolutely reeks. All right, and the last ingredient we're going to be using today is ginger. Now you can use fresh ginger, but I find that just a half a teaspoon of sprinkly ginger is just as good as the ground. But it's up to you. It's completely up to you. So we have our ingredients. We're ready to go. So we need to do a little bit of chopping and a little bit of mixing. So we'll be back to you once I've done a little bit of chopping. I will show you just 1 or 2 choppy bits, just so you know how to chop each ingredient. All right, so we'll see you later at the chopping stage. Okay guys, so we have been chopping, and I'm just going to take you through how to chop. So this product here is what we end up with. Nice finely chopped peppers there. We also did the chilies as well. So we've got the Cayenne purple, jalapenos there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you through how we got to this stage. So if you take your pepper, and what I do is I slice it in half, cut out the top. So we're cutting out the seed section. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to slice it first. Slice it through, making sure not to cut your fingers, of course. Health and safety and everything. I call it common sense. So we're just going to slice up our pepper like this. Okay, and then what we're going to do is bunch it together. Now do make sure you have a tea towel, as you can see here, a tea towel or cloth under your chopping board. Stops it from moving while you're chopping. You don't want to be chasing your chopping board all over your top. So all we're going to do is we're just going to go through like this, nice firm strokes through the chili. Now I'm not doing this to teach you to suck eggs. You know, I'm just doing this for those that might not know how to chop and might be wondering, well, how do we get to this stage? So this is basically all I'm doing, is you just keep going through and through until it's as small as you want. Alright, and we did exactly the same for the garlic. The garlic, we just smashed them up, and then we just did this until the garlic was nice and small. So you just keep bunching it together and keep slicing there, slicing through. Helps if you've got a nice sharp knife. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find my professional knives at the moment. My tin has gone missing, and I've ended up using one of my wife's kitchen knives, which probably couldn't cut a soppy banana. So I must try and find my knives. So there we are, and that for me is fine enough for my chili jam. And there we are. So all we're going to do is we're going to add that with the other ingredients. So we've chopped the garlic, that's all chopped as well, and the tomatoes equally. So what we'll do is we'll come back when we're going to put it all in the pan and do some cooking. See you in a minute. So hi, welcome back. The preparation and chopping is all done. Do remember to wash your hands. Very, very important when playing with chilies, and do not wipe your face at all if you are using chilies, because of course you could end up with some nasty blisters or stinging eyes. Okay, so we've cleared away the station, and we'll just go through one more time what we actually have on offer today. So we have the diced tomatoes, the chopped chilies. So let's go through the portions again for you. So 400 grams of chopped tomatoes. We've got 9 chili peppers. We've got 700 grams of sugar. Here we have 9 peppers, sweet and normal. And then here we have the garlic, which was 6 cloves. And then finally 200 grams of cider vinegar, and we're going to be using half a teaspoon of the ground ginger. So we need to start putting this into the pan. Oh. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the vinegar into the pan. There we are. And then we're going to pop in the sugar. Now the idea here is we're going to melt the sugar into the pan. Maybe if you want to come around and have a look. So here we are, we've got the sugar in the pan, and we're just going to mix that up until that melts. So there we are, we've got the sugar now melted in with the vinegar. So we're going to start adding ingredients into there. So we're going to start with the garlic. There we go, get all the garlic in there. Have a little stir. Then we're going to add the peppers. Always making sure you stir the ingredients into the mixture. In goes the chilies. I think that's my favourite part of this this jam. Now, of course, you can also use a blender if you wanted a more pureed jam. I like the chunkiness of this jam, and in actual fact, it's so sweet. You can have this on toast in the morning. It really is that sweet. And in goes the cherry tomatoes. We're going to mix that into the ingredients there. Lovely, and it gives us a bit of body. Of course, they'll give off a lot of juice. And then, final ingredient, I'm just going to pop a bit of, oh, there we go. So we're going to pop a bit of ginger in there. Now you must remember that ground ginger, of course, is a lot more powerful than root ginger, because obviously it's concentrated. So don't go overboard with that. So we've got all the ingredients in there, and what we're going to do now is we are going to bring it to the boil, and we're going to cook it high for 1 minute, making sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan or boil over. So we're going to do that. We're going to cook it for 1 minute on a high gas. So what we'll do is we'll come back when we get to the boiling stage. See you later. So there we are. We are bringing it up to the boil there, and I've just given it a little stir actually. It's just sort of taking it off the boil slightly. But you're just going to boil it like that for 1 minute, and then we're going to turn it down and simmer it until it becomes a gooey mixture. So what we'll do is we'll let that do its business, and we'll come back when that's a gooey mixture. Alright, so we'll see you soon. So there we go guys, just to show you the sterilising technique I use. We're just literally using old jam jars which are used to heat, because that's how they sterilise them in the factories before they put the jams in. Everything's so hot. Basically boiling water that's been let to stand, so it's not completely just come out of the kettle boiling, and then we fill it to the top, put the lid on, because the steam will then sterilise the lid as well. And we're just going to leave that in there for, it has to be no shorter than 2 minutes, because it takes 2 minutes at this heat to kill the bacteria. Alright guys, so we'll see you a bit later when we're actually going to pot up the jam. Right guys, so we've we've reduced the product down, and then we've boiled it for 2 minutes, and now it's ready for bottling. So let's have a look at what we've got. You should end up with a thick solution like this, so a thick sort of syrup, and as that cools down, of course, that will thicken up. I've also done the plate test where you pop it on the plate, and if it ridges up, gets wrinkles, then it's ready to go, and we've had that stage. So we're going to bottle it in our clean, sterile bottles. We've had boiling water in there for 2 minutes, and now we're going to use our funnel and a ladle, and we're just going to pop this up. So I think it's always good when you use your own products off your land. You can't beat that. There we go. I'm filling that right up to the top because I don't want much air in there. Bottle one done. Really nice for breakfast in the winter. Gives you a little warm on your toast. So there we are. That's bottle number 2 done. And there we are. So, 3 jars of beautiful chutney. Oh, not chutney. Sorry, jam. And that's that. So if there's any comments, please put them in below, and I'll try and get back to you. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, chili jam, and I hope you subscribe, share, and like, of course. So we'll see you all next time for Allotment Cooking.